Good afternoon, welcome to Manika IAS. We will discuss science and technology MCQs. Consider the following statements regarding machine to machine communication. Machine to machine communications, M2M. Machine to machine communication refer to automated applications which involve machines or devices communicating through network without human intervention. It enables data to transmitted from one device to another device through wired or wireless communication network. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Right? Both the statements regarding machine to machine communications are correct. Machine to machine, what is the definition? It is that machine to machine communications refer to automated applications which involves machines or communication device through a network without human intervention. Right? There will be no human intervention. That is machine to machine communication. It enables data to be transmitted from one device to another device through wired or wireless communication networks. Wired or wireless communication network. Which of the following statements are incorrect? These both are correct. So answer is neither one nor two are incorrect. So they may be transmitted through wired or wireless communication network, and these are automated applications, and data is transmitted without human intervention. Okay. For example, railway ticket reservation. Now the online reservation. In these cases, machine to machine communication automatically happens. Right. Now it is machine to machine communication. It is being used in various manufacturing sites and service sector sites. They are using machine to machine communication. For example, suppose the system generated calls, they are machine to machine communication, right? For example, if you have taken a loan from a bank and you are not paying at a due time, automatically a system generated call will come to you that you have to pay the amount. That is machine to machine communication, right? So the solution is neither one nor two. Okay, next. Consider the following statements regarding nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, NMR. Nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, NMR. Nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy is a technique used for determining the structure of organic compounds. Determines the structure of organic compounds, NMR. Nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. Structure of organic compounds. It can be used to test adulterants in food. Right? If you can observe the structure of a particular or organic compounds, you can see the quality, whether there is only, for example, in case of is there any foreign material, right? If you can observe all the components, then you can identify if there is any foreign material present or contaminants or adulterants in food. So this nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, NMR, it can be used to test adulterants in food. So both those statements are right regarding nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. It is around at present, for example, there is statistics that at present around more than 75% of brands in Indian markets are adulterated, right? So this nuclear magnetic resonance test that will expose such type of adulteration. Quantum dots. Quantum dots are man-made nanoscale crystals that can transport electrons. Quantum dots. Quantum dots include solar cell, LED, single electron transistors, medical imaging, cell biology research. Select the correct answer code. Right. What are the applications of quantum dots? Okay. It can be applied in solar cell, usually in such type of questions, when applications are asked, then when there is the subsolar cell, LED, single electron transistors, medical imaging, cell biology research, everywhere quantum dots can be used, or that is based on quantum technology. Right? Quantum dots are these are semiconductor particles of nanometers in size. Right? Quantum dots are semiconductor particles a few nanometer in size. A few nanometer in size. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the options are correct with respect to it. Then consider the following statements regarding innate immunity in human beings. Innate immunity in human beings. It is present at the time of birth. Innate immunity. It is present at the time of birth. It is disease specific due to its memory of disease attack and response. This innate immunity, which of the following statements are incorrect? Right. Second statement is incorrect. Innate immunity, it is the immunity that present during the time of birth. Our immunity are two types. One is innate immunity, second is acquired immunity. Acquired immunity system. Acquired immunity, this is disease specific. Acquired immunity is disease specific. Immunity is not disease specific. Acquired immunity means, suppose in case of or COVID-19 disease, you are taking a vaccine, so you become immune to a particular disease, so that is acquired immunity. You have acquired immunity to a particular disease, that is acquired immunity. But in case of normal immunity, that is innate immunity, that is present at the time of birth. Right. So here two only option is the right answer. It is the wrong, incorrect. Two only is incorrect. Right. It is not specific. Innate immunity is not specific. Acquired immunity is specific. Near field communication, NFC, near field communication, it was in news. Which among the following are the applications of near field communications? Applications are baggage identification in Air Force, that is also in near field communication, it is right. Contactless card payment, keyless access to doors and vehicles, metro train cards. Yes, these are near field communication, right? Near field communication, it is a new type of technology to transfer information between devices of close proximity, right? Of close proximity, right? That means, for example, in case of contactless card payment, just near, that is what we call as Wi-Fi, right? Just if you keep the card near the machine, then that will be contactless card payment will occur automatically. These are smart tags, we can say, right? So it can be used in metro cards. In metro cards also, that is also Wi-Fi visibility or near field communications. And keyless access to doors and vehicles, contactless payment, all can be applications of near field communications. In case of ticketing, right, 5G, access control, contactless payment, in parking access management, all these things can be by near field communications. Okay. Elements are not caused by virus. Which of the elements are not caused by virus? Severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, dysentery, typhoid, influenza. Severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, dysentery, typhoid or influenza. Which of the elements are caused by virus? Dysentery and typhoid, they are caused by they are pathogens. Which of the are not caused by virus. Dysentery and typhoid, they are primarily caused by protozoans, right? For example, severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, that are from viruses, and influenza, that is from influenza is also that is caused by viruses. These two are viruses, right? Viruses. Severe acute respiratory syndrome like cold, influenza, coughs, that are caused by viruses, and for example COVID, that is viruses, chickenpox viruses, SARS, that is viruses, and dysentery and dysentery or typhoid, malaria, they are called by their reason is protozoans. Protozoans, they cause these diseases, right? Typhoid and tuberculosis, they are bacterial diseases. Typhoid and protozoans, right? For example, yes, typhoid and dysentery and malaria, they are protozoans. Typhoid and tuberculosis, they are they are caused by bacteria. Typhoid and tuberculosis, they are caused by bacterial diseases, right? Astronauts have to wear special protective space suits filled with air when they go to the moon or outer space. What is the reason? Astronauts have to wear special protective space suits filled with air when they go to moon or outer space. The reason is lack of air pressure in those regions. Yes, there is obviously lack of air pressures, right? When air pressure decreases when we move upward from our surface to in upward direction. Then very cold temperature in those regions. Yes, very cold temperature in those regions. Dangerous radiation in those regions. All the three are right. So the astronauts have to wear special protective space suits to for lack of air, because of lack of air pressure and very extremely low temperature, and also various cold radiation, low pressure, right? There are various dangerous radiation in space. That's why they have to take this special protective space suit. Okay. Prime editing. What is prime editing? Sometimes seen in the news, is related to 3D printing technology, genome editing technology, blockchain technology, or editing subatomic particles in quantum communication. Prime editing, it is primarily based on genome editing technology, right? Genome editing technology, that is search and replace genome editing technology, right? It is in molecular biology, by which genome of a living organism may be modified, right? This technique, the prime editing, that writes new genetic information into a targeted DNA site. For example, in case of our genome editing, every information of our body, that may be physical information or biological information, they are all mentioned in our genome, right? For example, what will your physical feature, what is your height, what will your health, what will the diseases you will suffer, all these things that are mentioned in our genome system, right? So we can edit the genome. Genome editing technology is possible, right? Genome editing technology, that is by genome editing technology we can remove a DNA or those genomes which are causing, for example, a particular genome is causing cancer, or a particular genome is causing albinism, some genetic diseases, right? Such type of genetic diseases, they can be deleted from our genomes by prime editing or by application of genome editing technology. There is also CRISPR technology that is also associated with that. Search and replace those genomes which are causing a particular disease in your body. What is 3D printing? 3D printing is an advanced level of printing. 3D printing means Advanced level of printing. What is the advanced level of printing? For example, in case of suppose you are 2D printing. Let's first understand 2D printing. Suppose this is a colored picture, right? You can take a printout of it easily. You can create a copy of it easily, right? And the colors are arranged in similar way. This is 2D printing. In case of 3D printing, that is a machine by which we will take the input. For example, input is plastic. You can take the plastic materials, and from those plastic you can create all the materials that can be produced from plastic, right? You have to insert the designs in the computer, right? You have to just insert the design, insert the design, and that same machine will produce chair of different sizes. That same machine will produce table. That same machine will produce all the things that are made up of plastic. At present, for different goods of plastic, we have different machines. But after the development of advanced level of 3D printing, we do not need different machines for different type of production. We just need one type of 3D printing, and that will create all the plastic, all the type of things you can make from the one particular material. That is 3D printing technology. The application of 3D printing in case of biological research, that is called as bioprinting. Bioprinting also, we are able to create molecules, right? Able to create various bioprinting. We can create various molecules by bioprinting. So various molecules can be created by bioprinting. Then genome editing technology, and various these are various cells. Various cells can be created by bioprinting, right? And in future we can expect that we can also create various organs in case of by application of bioprinting. That is, scientists are expected that because we are always developed cells, we can develop tissues, we can create various organs by bioprinting, right? It will create the exact amount of by bioprinting or 3D printing. We can also cook food. We are expecting that in future also we can cook food, right? At what temperature or what thing will be given, everything can be done by this 3D printing technology. Okay. Blockchain technology. What is this blockchain technology? The advanced level of technology, that is blockchain technology, whose application is cryptocurrency. All type of cryptocurrency are based on blockchain technology, right? All type of cryptocurrency is based on blockchain technology. In blockchain technology, it is highly secure. It is highly secure technologies, right? It is extremely difficult to hack, but there is no central authority. If anything, any problem happens, there will be no central authority so that you can go and complain. If you are purchasing cryptocurrency or if you are lodging cryptocurrency, you are facing any problem, right? Nobody will help you with respect to that. So there is no central authority in case of cryptocurrency. That is based on blockchain technology. Blockchain technology can be applicable in various types of manufacturing sector, service sector, or banking sector, which is very strong. It is a very strong technology, and that will reduce the transaction cost, and transaction will be intercountry transaction will be more secure, right? That is blockchain technology. And quantum technology. What is this? Quantum communication. It is the next level of development of our supercomputer. Quantum computers will be million times powerful than supercomputer. They are based on qubits, right? Quantum computers are based on qubits. Qubits may be electron, proton, as the electron and proton are everywhere. This quantum technology, it will be million times powerful than the supercomputer, so that it will help in research in every sector, or it will be a significant development will occur if quantum technology develops completely, right? Or currently, all these or emerging technologies, they are at latest, they are in nascent stage, right? Consider the following statements regarding 5G technology. 5G or fifth generation is the latest upgrade in the long-term evolution (LTE) mobile broadband networks. Long-term evolution or LTE mobile broadband networks, 5G or fifth generation. 5G works only in high frequency spectrum. High frequency spectrum. Only in high frequency. No, this is wrong. It can both work in low frequency and high frequency. Right. First is right. It is the latest upgrade. That is upgradation of 4G technology. It works only in high frequency. No, these both can work in low frequency and high frequency. 5G is said to be as much as 100 times faster than 4G. Yes, it is 100 times faster than 4G. The speed will be around 10 to 20 Gbps. 10 to 20 Gbps. Presently, average Indian we are using around 15 Mbps speed, and this can convert to 15 Gbps. So 1, 3 all are second. 1 and 3 are options are right regarding 5G technology. Consider the following statements regarding Goldilocks zone. What is this Goldilocks zone? Goldilocks zones are area around a star where it is not too hot or not too cold for liquid water to exist on the surface of the surrounding planets. That is Goldilocks zone. They are just a habitable zone around a star. Right? That is not too hot, not too cold. Right? If a planet is in the Goldilocks zone of a star, it is necessarily means that the planet is going to have a life or liquid or water. No, we cannot say like that. Goldilocks zones of a star means there will be probability of life. But just because a planet is in the Goldilocks zone of a star, there will be life or liquid water. That is not possible. So this is wrong. Only Earth. For example, Earth is in the Sun's Goldilocks zone, right? But Venus and Mercury also, Venus and Mars, there is also a habitable zone, but they are not currently habitable, right? So they can be called as Goldilocks zone. Not too cold, not too hot, where there will be presence of liquid water can be possible. That is Goldilocks zone. So one only is the answer. Pneumoconiosis, sometimes seen in the news related to. What is this pneumoconiosis? It is high blood glucose levels, black lungs disease, tuberculosis, high levels of fat in the blood. It is black lung disease. Black lung disease called as pneumoconiosis, or what is called as pneumonia also. Sometimes we refer. The common black lung disease is called as pneumoconiosis. These are coal mine workers in communities around coal mines. Those people who are work in coal mines, they are extremely susceptible to pneumoconiosis and face many adverse diseases. Prominent among them are pneumoconiosis, that is black lung disease, due to inhalation of coal dust, as well as disease due to polluted drinking water. Because of polluted drinking water and inhalation of coal dust, black lung disease or pneumoconiosis this occurs. B is the answer, right? Consider the following statements regarding pneumococcal diseases. What is pneumococcal disease? Pneumococcal disease is a viral disease and a significant contributor under 5 mortality rate worldwide. For pneumococcal disease. Pneumococcal disease is spread from infected persons to other by direct contact with respiratory secretions like saliva or mucus. This is right regarding pneumococcal disease. Okay, why it is okay. Pneumococcal disease is significant contributor. Pneumococcal disease is a significant contributor to under 5 rate worldwide, but it is not a viral disease. It is a bacterial disease. It's not a viral disease, it's a bacterial disease. Right? Serum Institute in India has started the first indigenously developed pneumococcal vaccine. It is a bacterial disease which is a life-threatening disease. Right? So there is lakhs of children are died under 5 age because of pneumoconiosis. So vaccine is derived by Serum Institute of India. Significant contributor to under 5 mortality worldwide. And this is true. Second is right. Second statement is right. First statement is wrong because it is not a. It is a bacterial disease, not a viral disease. Pneumoconiosis. Consider the following statements regarding extra neutral alcohol. Extra neutral alcohol. Extra neutral alcohol is formed from molasses. Extra neutral alcohol is formed from molasses that are residue of sugarcane processing. Residue of sugarcane processing. It is primary raw material for making alcoholic beverages. It is used in the manufacturing of cosmetics and personal care products. Here all the statements are right regarding extra neutral alcohol. Extra neutral alcohol is formed from molasses that are residue of sugarcane processing. It is primarily raw material for making alcoholic beverages. This is right. It is also used in manufacturing of cosmetics and personal care products. All the three options are right regarding extra neutral alcohol. All the statements are right. Just a second. Okay, 1, 2, 3, all the options are right with respect to it. Consider the following statements regarding dry ice. What is this dry ice? Dry ice is solid form of carbon dioxide. It's right. Dry ice is solid form of carbon dioxide. It has lower temperature than that of water ice. It has lower temperature than that of water ice. And it is used to prevent insect activity in closed containers of grains or grain products. Here all the statements are right regarding dry ice. Right? A solid form of carbon dioxide. It includes lower temperature than that of water ice. It is used to prevent insect activity in closed containers of grains and grain products. All the three statements are right. Regarding dry ice. Dry ice is used for blast cleaning. Blast cleaning, dry ice, medical uses of dry ice is for blast cleaning, right? It is also used for fog machines. Fog machines, dry ice are used for fog machines, haunted house attractions, nightclubs, dramatic effects. These are used as dry ice are used. Consider the following statements regarding GSLV Mk3. GSLV Mk3. GSLV Mk3 is designed to carry satellites in both geosynchronous center transfer orbit and low Earth orbit. Missions like Gaganyaan and Chandrayaan-3 will be launched in GSLV Mk3. GSLV Mk3 uses Russian-developed cryogenic engine in upper stage. GSLV, it is designed to carry both geosynchronous. GSLV can transfer any. GSLV is a launch vehicle. Remember, it is a launch vehicle. Launch vehicle means it will just launch the satellites in the low Earth orbit or geosynchronous orbit. So first statement is right. Its job is to launch the satellite. Low Earth orbit means the range of low Earth orbit is 200 to 2000 km. Right, it is low Earth orbit, where especially we launch the Earth observation satellites. Earth observation satellites or sun synchronous satellites are there. This low Earth orbit, they are present in the low Earth orbit. Our International Space Station, that is present in the low Earth orbit. So if you want to take smaller distances, leading to especially to 400 or 500 km distances, we can use PSLV. Generally PSLV is used, but GSLV can be used. We are using GSLV in Gaganyaan also, right? As it is the advanced version, third generation. This is the fourth generation, right? It is the most developed version of the fourth generation. Our first generation satellite launch vehicle is SLV, satellite launch vehicle. Second generation is ASLV. Third generation is PSLV, that is PSLV. First is satellite launch vehicle. This is augmented satellite launch vehicle. PSLV, this is polar satellite launch vehicle. Polar satellite launch vehicle, PSLV. Then there is GSLV, that is geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. Right? Missions like Gaganyaan and Chandrayaan-3 will be launched or like GSLV Mk3. Yes, this is also right regarding GSLV Mk3. GSLV Mk3 uses Russian-developed cryogenic engine on upper stage. Now this is indigenous, right? We have indigenously developed cryogenic engine. GSLV has three levels: S, L, and cryogenic. Right? This three-stage liquid engine. That, for example, first is solid stage, then liquid, then cryogenic engine. Cryogenic engine means extremely low temperature. Cryogenic means extremely low temperature engine. That is called as cryogenic, right? So liquid, this is liquid stage, this is solid stage. This is GSLV. In case of GSLV, we use actually hydrogen fuel, and hydrogen fuel is a fuel which is very difficult to store in. Very difficult to store. Hydrogen fuel is very difficult to store in case of your gaseous system. Right? In case of gaseous system, it is very difficult to handle. Right? That's why hydrogen is liquefied, and hydrogen is liquefied, and for liquefaction we need minus 250 degrees Celsius, which is extremely low temperature, minus 250 degrees Celsius. That's why this engine is called as cryogenic engine. So solid, liquid, cryogenic, this is the structure of GSLV. In case of PSLV, polar satellite launch vehicle, this is solid, liquid, PSLV, solid, liquid, and solid, liquid, fourth stage. First is solid, then liquid, then solid, then liquid. But it is third stage in case of GSLV. Okay. So 1 and 2 options are right. These are not Russian developed, these are indigenous developed. GSLV is indigenous developed satellite launch vehicle. Consider the following statements regarding NISAR mission. NISAR mission. What is this NISAR mission? NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. Right. It is the collaboration between NASA and ISRO. It uses synthetic aperture radars to monitor the entire Earth. It aims to measure Earth's changing ecosystem and dynamic surfaces to provide information about biomass, natural hazards, sea level rise, groundwater, all this. So, NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. It is jointly collaboration by NASA and ISRO. It uses synthetic aperture radars to monitor entire Earth. It can take clear picture of Earth's surface. Right. NISAR can take clear picture of Earth's surface at any time. Maybe it is night, maybe it is cloudy night, fog night, at any time. NISAR mission can take, it is an Earth observation satellite, it can take clear picture of Earth's surface. It aims to measure the Earth's changing ecosystem and dynamic surfaces to provide information about biomass, natural hazards, sea level rise and groundwater. Sea level rise and groundwater. Right. All the statements are right. So that is Earth observation satellite jointly developed by NASA and ISRO. So all the statements are right regarding NISAR. NISAR is going to be launched in 2023. Right. In first half, where the NISAR is going to be launched. Consider the following statements regarding zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic, what do you mean by zoonotic diseases? Zoonotic diseases means those diseases which are transferred from animals to human beings. Zoonotic diseases are mainly infectious diseases that are naturally transmitted between vertebrate and the animals and the humans. Vertebrate animals transmitted from an animal to the humans. These are zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic pathogens may be bacterial, viral, parasitic, may involve unconventional agents also. Unconventional agent means which we have not experienced earlier, right? So it may be bacterial, viral, pathogenic, anything, zoonotic diseases. Brucellosis is a zoonotic infection caused by bacteria, genus Brucella. All this is right, brucellosis. All the statements are right regarding zoonotic diseases. Okay. COVID-19 is zoonotic disease, AIDS is zoonotic diseases, or Nipah virus is zoonotic diseases, right? These are zoonotic diseases. For that's why we have developed a concept of One Health concept. What is this One Health concept? One Health concept means we have to develop our environment. Simultaneously, we have to take care of our environment. We have to take care of the animals around us. Then we have to take care of our animals, environment, and also human health. So these three are our environment, our animal health, and human health. All three are interlinked. This is One Health concept. So if you want to stay safe, then we can. If we want to stay safe, then we can launch this One Health concept. Right? D is the answer. Consider the following statements regarding monoclonal antibodies. They are artificially created antibodies. Monoclonal antibodies are used for people whose immune system are unable to make sufficient amount of antibodies. They are used to treating Ebola, HIV, or psoriasis. Yes, these are artificially created antibodies. Monoclonal antibodies are artificially created antibodies. They are used to people whose immune system are unable to make sufficient amount of antibodies against a particular disease. For example, Ebola, in case of HIV, antibodies are not sufficient. Immune system get weakened. So they are used into treating Ebola, HIV, or psoriasis. These are monoclonal antibodies. We are taking, for example, the COVID-19 vaccines. So they are developing monoclonal antibodies. Consider the following statements regarding vitamin D. Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin. Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin. It is produced only when sunlight falls on the skin of human body. Vitamin D deficiency can cause rickets in children. Vitamin D deficiency, it can cause rickets in children. Right. So 3 options are right. Vitamin D deficiency. They are produced sunlight. They are produced only when. No, see. Whenever you can say only. That's why it is wrong. When sunlight falls on human skin, vitamin D gets produced. But these are only just by only because by sunlight it is not. That is not right. Right. Vitamin D can cause rickets in the children. Right. That is also called osteomalacia in adult. Osteomalacia in adult. In adult, vitamin D deficiency can cause osteomalacia. Right? So 1 and 3 options are right. Next. Consider the following statements regarding nanourea. What is nanourea? In comparison to conventional urea, the uptake efficiency of nanourea is more than 80%. It is efficiency is more than 80%. It is cheaper than conventional urea. Yes, it is cheaper than conventional urea. In long run, nanourea liquid produces emissions of nitrous oxide into soil, air and water bodies. Emissions of nitrous oxide, which is dangerous for the atmosphere. Long run nanourea liquid produces emissions of nitrous oxide. Right, so these are the statements regarding nanourea. C is the answer. Right. Consider the following statements regarding trans fats. What is trans fats? Trans fats are produced both naturally and artificially. Repeated use of heating of oil at high temperature can increase trans fat content. Food Safety and Standard Authority of India (FSSAI) has restricted the possible permission of trans fats in food products 5% from 2022 to 2022. Right. Trans fats are, yes, they can produce both naturally and artificially. This is right. Trans fat. Okay. Then repeated use of heating oil at high temperature can increase the trans fat content. Yes. Repeated heating the oil at high temperature will increase the trans fat. Food Safety and Standards Authority of India (FSSAI) has restricted the permissible amount of trans fat is 5%. It is not 5%. It is 2%. Right? Permissible use of trans fat is hardly 2%. Okay. So one and two options are right regarding trans fats. Consider the following statement regarding trans fats. This is okay. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding trans fats. Artificial trans fats are formed only when hydrogen made to react with vegetable oil. This is right. They are used as an adulterant as their chief. Yes. As their chief, trans fats are used as an adulterant. They do not increase the shelf life of food. They do not increase the shelf life of food items. Yes, no. They increase the shelf life of food items. Right. That's why they are used. They increase the shelf life of food items. So this is wrong. So 1 and 2 options are right. So trans fat acids, they are chief and they add hydrogen to liquid vegetable oils. And then they can be created an industrial process. They can be created and they increase the shelf life of food items, right? They are baked, fried and processed food. They are used in all type of foods, right? They are the most harmful fats. Trans fats are the most harmful fats as they clog arteries and cause hypertension. They can cause cardiovascular diseases. So 1 and 2 options are right. a, consider the following statements. Geosynchronous satellite has a orbital period same as Earth rotation period. Yes, or not all geostationary satellites are geostationary. This is also right. Geostationary orbit are both are right. Right. Geosynchronous satellite has orbital period same as Earth's period. Right. Same as Earth period in any direction. Geostationary satellite can rotate, but geosynchronous satellite means it will only rotate near the equatorial plane. So all the geostationary satellites, they are geosynchronous satellites, but all the geosynchronous satellites, they are not geostationary satellites. So both the statements are correct regarding geosynchronous satellites and geostationary satellite. C is the answer. Okay. Consider the following statements regarding tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is an infectious disease caused by Bacillus mycobacterium tuberculosis. Yes. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, this is the region of tuberculosis disease. Along with lungs, tuberculosis also affects brain and kidneys. Yes, along with the lung, it affects brain and kidneys. This is also right, tuberculosis disease. It is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is a bacterial disease. It affects lungs, it can affect kidneys, brain, spine, all these things can be affected, right? At present, tuberculosis is only preventable, not curable. Third statement is wrong, right? TB is treatable, it can be curable, right? In most cases, it can be curable, right? So, third statement is wrong. 1 and 2 are right. Bacterial disease, this is a bacterial disease, that's why it is curable. Generally, in case of viral disease, we are not curable. Consider the following statements regarding serial interval related COVID-19 infection. Serial interval related COVID-19 infection. What is this? The serial interval related COVID-19 between symptom of onset of primary case and symptom of secondary case generated by the primary case. Yes, it is an interval. It is a duration between symptom of primary case and symptom of secondary case. That is, serial interval helps to gauge the effectiveness of infection control interventions. Right? When the primary case happens and when the secondary case happens, this gap helps to measure the effectiveness of infection and the control intervention. Control intervention means what are the steps taken? How we are controlling it? That is control interventions. Delay in identifying and isolating the person who contracted COVID-19 leads to shorter serial interval. Delay in identifying and isolating the person. Yes, obviously, delay in identifying and isolating the person who contracted COVID-19 leads to shorter serial interval. No, it has no relationship with shorter serial interval. It has no relationship with it. Right? It is based on the disease properties. It will lead to spread. Whenever you are delaying the isolation of a person, that will lead to spread of disease. But this primary case or secondary case onset, this is it is a property of the virus itself. So 1 and 2 options are right regarding serial interval related to COVID-19 infection. Next question. Why Earth observation satellites are used? Earth observation satellites are used for land and forest monitoring, mapping of resources like water, minerals and fishes, weather and climate observations, soil assessment. Earth observation satellites, they can be used in all type of these satellites. All type of satellites, Earth observation satellites are used. Land and forest monitoring, mapping of resources like water, mineral and fishes, weather and climate observation and soil assessment. All the 4 are right regarding Earth observation satellites. So D is the answer. Consider the following statements regarding African swine fever. African swine fever, ASF, is a highly contagious and fatal animal disease that infects domestic and wild pigs. Domestic and wild pigs, yes. African swine fever, it affects the domestic and wild pigs. The disease is seen and confined to African region and confined to African region. No, this is not confined to African region, it has spread it. Right? It is spread to different regions of world like China, Mongolia, Cambodia. All these regions are now they are suffering from. Asian countries are also hit from African. This is African swine fever. It is not a threat to human beings since only spread among animals and other animals. Yes, that statement is right. So 1 and 3 are right. So the lecture ends here. And like this video, share this video, and subscribe to IAS. Thank you. Hello. ठीक है हाँ ठीक है